What's up, carolers? Welcome back to the Don't Be Ugly podcast. I don't remember what episode this is because, frankly, I don't care. I'm here with my brother.
You're getting sassy, aren't you?
Yeah, I've kind of got an ego now. What is that short for? Like that waffle
Ego?
brand? Yeah.
I think ego is short for egotistical, which is kind of like an adjective.
Oh, I don't know the difference between that and like proverbs or whatever those are called.
Proverbs?
Oh.
I think that's a book in the Bible.
Oh, okay. But basically, I'm here with my brother. Introduce yourself.
Brother.
Yes. You might as well call me Caroline Philanthropy Ricky because I am here doing charity and philanthropic work. Get it? Phil.
Because I'm here. She thinks that by having me on her podcast, she's doing me a favor, when in actuality, I would rather be anywhere else.
Party favor. Dude, whenever I would go to birthday parties, party favors were like it. I was like, yeah.
Party favors? Well,
yeah.
I remember like...
Party flavors.
Yeah, I always
like
wanted to go
Dew and Coke and stuff.
I always wanted to have like a rich friend because I feel like they always had like...
You are the rich friend.
Yeah. Well, they always had like iPod touches and stuff.
Yeah.
In their party favors.
Yeah.
Was I the only one who heard stories of that? You know what I'm saying?
No.
Oh.
Well, I know.
feel like it was like a Zach and Cody episode.
Oh, okay. Yeah. I remember one time I went to this birthday party for my friend, and my parents had to pick me up early in the morning because I had to go to church. And I saw all of the party favors sitting out on the counter, and then I never got one because the parents were still asleep. So I still hold a grudge against my parents to this day. Mm-hmm. I really wonder what was in those party flavors.
Wait, are you still friends with that girl?
It's neither here nor there, nor square or...
Wear and tear.
Yeah. I felt like Dr. Seuss was like...
Yeah.
You're
like a rhymer, and it doesn't even mind her. Does that make sense?
That was really good. So stupid.
Anyways, you may notice that we are in a different environment. We're in a different social sphere.
We're living in a dome.
Yeah.
Remember that show Under the Dome where there was a dome under the world? Like the world was living under a dome.
Well,
and
not
you
the whole
escape.
world. It was like a city.
Yeah.
I hate like random TV shows that pop up for like a season and you think they're going to be good and then they're like really bad. Yeah,
like people who make bad content. It's like it's your only job. Just like make something good. Mm-hmm. You know, I would never make bad content.
I feel like every single TV show now was just trying to be Lost. And then, like, they don't work. You know, like the science fiction TV shows?
Or it's, like, every show's, like, a cop show. But it's, like, I thought a lot of people, like, don't like the police. Mm-hmm. If you don't like the police, do you also not watch cop shows?
Or, like, Brooklyn Nine-Nine. I don't watch that show.
Okay, I feel like we've talked about that before, but what's the hype with that show that's, like, straight up, like, the Walmart version of, like, Criminal Minds?
Okay, I tried to watch Criminal Minds.
It's supposed to be a comedy, but it's not funny. They're only funny looking.
So rude. Okay. Stop talking over me. Okay. I'm above you.
Just because you're like 6'6" does not mean you can talk down to me.
Okay, whatever. Well, I was just gonna say I started watching Criminal Minds
Is it for Matthew Gray Gubler?
Well, I got through one episode. It was kind of pretty bad.
It wasn't bad. It was just really gruesome.
How far did you get?
I thought I was on season 1, episode 1, but it turns out I was like season 6, episode 4, and I was really confused, and I was like, wow, this is a really good intro to the show. There's already plot going on that I don't understand, and it wasn't until 3 more episodes later that I realized it wasn't the first season. So
I mean, shows always evolve. Isn't there like 30 seasons to that show?
Yeah.
I hate shows with like a million seasons. It's just like no one to cut it off. Like no one wants to see freaking Meredith Grey and another one of her friends dying. Yeah. Like, it's already old.
Well, don't spoil it for them.
I'm just saying, everyone in Grey's Anatomy dies.
Shut
everyone
up.
Does.
Yeah, I didn't know that. And then I still cried a lot during it. That was, like, the last time I felt anything.
Like, I hate it when shows think, like, the only alternative for, like, a character leaving, they don't even make up a reason why they're leaving. They just kill them off.
Yeah, can't they just say they're leaving? Like, Christina Yang. If you don't know Grey's Anatomy, which this isn't a medical podcast, so I have no idea why you would bring that up. But
I'm so sorry.
She basically, every character dies, but Christina just went off to Europe and...
Don't give spoilers.
Well, it's fine, whatever. Sorry.
Yeah. If you've seen any of the new trailers for the show, you'd know she's not in the show
also,
anymore.
Just because you watch a show does not mean that you should become that as a profession.
Like, people who are obsessed with Criminal Minds want to be detectives.
Yeah.
Or, like... People obsessed with Grey's Anatomy want to be doctors. I'm like,
oh, that's so stupid. Who would ever go to a whole year in nursing school and then drop out? That's so insane.
No, it's just like if you have time to watch 20 seasons of Grey's Anatomy, then you probably don't have time to become a doctor because you're spending all your time watching TV.
If you have time to do that, you should have time to study.
Oh.
Anyway.
I mean, true.
So stupid. Speaking of not knowing where to stop, Shane Dawson.
Well, can we explain where we are first?
Okay,
I think
okay,
people
okay.
are confused.
So, Philip just kept talking, even though no one cared what he had to say. Basically, we're in a hotel room for work. But, should I explain what happened last week?
Yeah.
That
I
first,
think
and
that's
then,
funny.
okay. So, basically, we're filming this video for this platform. And I was supposed to film a video last week, but they scheduled me to go to an Airbnb. And I'm like, oh, yeah, that's fine. It's like 20, 25 minutes away from my house. Like, totally easy peasy.
Totally bugging.
Totally bugging, yeah. Well,
Like bugs
I
in
don't-
your hair.
yeah, like lice. Ooh, delicious.
It's one way to put it.
So basically, I was like, oh, it's fine. Like, you know those apartments that are on top of like a restaurant, and you're like, how do you get up there? So that's where one of these places. This is where this Airbnb was, and I was like, oh god, like, okay, we'll try to find it because we live in such a big city in a small town in Ohio, so that
You can't have
there's-
both.
it's an oxymoron. So there are
Yeah.
a lot of cars just like they honk at you if you try to stop on the side of the road. So I was like, okay, I'll just park somewhere. Philip, you're gonna have to stay in the car because we're gonna get towed if there's someone in if we just park in this random spot. So Philip's phone doesn't work because he won a phone at Playlist Live when we were there a few months ago. It was like a social media convention. This YouTuber was giving away a phone. Philip answered all the questions right. He got the phone. However, he did not transfer his other information from his one phone to his new phone. So he has two phones like a drug dealer, and one of them doesn't work because he dropped it while he was walking the neighbor's dog. Yes, he does blue collar work. And then
Actually, the dogs have like red collars.
so they're Republican.
I don't know what they
Gross.
believe.
Oh, I don't have any political views. So
This apartment has views, so we won't. We'll show those later.
yeah. At the end, stay tuned to the end of this podcast so you can see the views from this hotel room.
Okay.
So
You were talking about my phones.
Yeah, so, and then his other phone doesn't have service because he doesn't have a SIM card in it, so he just uses it to connect to the internet. So I'm like, okay, whatever, like, this is so stupid. Philip, stay in the car. I'll find out where we're supposed to go. So then I couldn't find where the entrance was because it says you have to go through this black gate, and I'm like, okay, that's fine. The gate should be unlocked. So I walk around the side of the building because it was on the corner.
She's trying to find the Airbnb, by the way, if it wasn't clear.
Yeah, like the entrance to the Airbnb. So I go through this black gate because it was a black gate, like they said, and it was unlocked. So I just went straight into it. The gate closed behind me and it locked. And I'm like, oh my god, maybe I can go to the end of the alley. It wasn't like a really tight alley. Like, it was between two huge tall buildings. There were dumpsters. It was smelly and wet. And I was scared. There were people hiding in the trash can and that they were going to kidnap me because I did see that
And
episode
take you
of
where?
Criminal Minds.
To the trash can?
I saw that episode of Criminal Minds. I don't know which one. I'm just hoping that they have one with that scenario. So I walked down to the end of the alley. There's another huge gate, but it's chained shut. And I'm like, oh my god. So I tried calling Philip twice, or maybe even 3 times.
Well, my
I was
phone
that
doesn't
desperate.
work.
Yeah.
We went over this.
His phone doesn't work. So he didn't answer. The first thing that comes to mind is, oh gosh, I'm going to have to jump this fence. And of course, like, I was a cross-country runner. Like, you know, I played
Cross country.
Yeah.
The only thing Caroline is good as. I'm
Okay,
tongue-tied.
you're fired. Just shut
No,
up.
the only thing that Caroline is good at jumping at is 2 conclusions.
Yes.
Not over fences.
Yeah.
Okay.
That was good.
Was that a good joke? Was
Really
it worth
good.
it? Oh.
That was good.
High five.
So I was like, okay, this fence is really skinny, tall fence. Like, what, 15 feet? It was tall.
15 feet?
It was like really tall.
Not 15
Yeah, because
feet.
I am 5'9", I'm almost 6 foot, and that thing was way over my head. That was like 2 of me.
Really?
Yes, if you stood by
wasn't
there,
paying
the lady.
attention.
Yeah, I'm gonna get into it. So I'm like, oh gosh, like, I'm gonna have to jump this fence. Keep in mind, it was like a picket fence, so it had these really sharp pickets at the top, like basically swords, like
Little
spears. Yeah.
Yeah.
So, and it was like all the bars on the fence were vertical, and there were 2 horizontal pieces at the very top and the very bottom.
Mm-hmm.
So I put my foot through the fence. I'm like, oh gosh, I can't like climb up this like a firefighter. Like, I know I want to be a firefighter, but like I haven't done the training yet. Like, this isn't gonna work. So I stuck my hand through the fence, was able to start grabbing the trash can, and then this man, because I figured if I grabbed the trash can, I put it in front of the fence, I could put my foot through the fence onto the trash can and like hoist myself up. That was a good word. Over the fence.
Vocab.
Yeah, I always gotta.
Vocabulary workshop.
Yeah.
Level E. Anyways,
I
continue.
hate you. So then this man, he was like a homeless man, and he started walking by, and he's like, do you need help? And I'm like, yeah. And he's like, oh, I'll open the fence for you. And I'm like, no, it's locked. But he tried to open it anyway, and it was locked, like I said. So then he saw me trying to grab the trash can and pull it, because I just put my hand through the fence to try to pull it, but it was like full of trash, obviously. So then he pushes the trash can near the fence. He was like holding the trash can there so it wouldn't slip. But once I got to the top, I couldn't swing my legs around the other side because my legs weren't long enough to reach the trash can. So the spheres on the top of the fence went up in my shorts, cut my legs up. I'm still bitter about it because it still hurts. This was last week. And I was like just sitting up there, but like my pants were stuck. Yes, because my pants were stuck in the fence, and also I couldn't like reach the other side to jump over. I couldn't like just jump. So this guy grabs my arm, because I almost fell backward, and he pulls me forward. But as he pulled me forward, the fence ripped right through my pants, so you could just see my butt. And I was like, oh great, this is so nice. And then as he's doing that, because I'm like, oh my god, I screamed like, oh my god, sorry to all the Christians. Said the Lord's name in vain. But then this lady that was watering her flowers next door was like, oh my god, honey, what are you doing? And I'm like, I'm stuck, clearly. Like, what do you think? You think I just came up here to sit down?
Yeah.
To look at the view? Like, if I wanted a nice view, I'd just look in the mirror.
Right.
So
or outside, but
yeah.
Again, we'll show that view in a couple minutes and just wait and see.
I'm sitting there and I'm like, oh my god, like this is so embarrassing. And as she's like screaming, like, honey, what are you doing? She's like, I'll go grab a ladder. So she runs inside to the floral shop near, like, right next door. And she goes and grabs a ladder, but I'm like, I'm in so much pain, like I need to just jump. So I just jumped. My pants just completely are ripped. I jump onto the trash can and kind of like tumble onto the ground. And I'm like crying at this point because it's so embarrassing, and also it's very painful. Like I was bleeding and stuff. So, yeah, that happened. And then I forgot to say that as I was at the top of the fence, there are electricians, or no, I think they're actually locksmiths, which is really ironic because it turns out next to the floral shop, there's actually a locksmith shop, which would have been really helpful to know because I did get locked into an alley. So they probably would have known how to like break it, but I didn't know that. And also you didn't know that because your phone was dead. Whatever. He was sitting in the car enjoying his life while I was basically being crucified. Literally.
You weren't. Don't compare it to being crucified.
I mean,
I don't know what that means.
Bruises there, yeah. So. Yeah, so when I was at the top of the fence, these electricians started running over to me because they thought I was going to fall, which I almost did. And then there were also, like, pedestrians, like, just nearby, like, staring at me, and they started to make their way over because this lady in the floral shop was, like, screaming. She thought I was going to, like, fall and hit my head. So, yeah, after that happened, she's like, honey, where were you trying to go? Where were you trying to go? I'm like, oh, just to an Airbnb. And she's like, honey, where? And I'm like, upstairs on Main Street. She's like, this isn't Main Street. And I'm like, yeah, because I turned the corner onto the side street because I was trying to get in through the back of the building. Yeah. Because when you're in an alley, sometimes they have doors. I thought you had to go through a back door. But Philip thinks I'm so stupid because I went through the wrong alley. No. But they actually connect. No, the alleys literally connect. But there was that chain fence.
Yeah. Well, like, Caroline came back to the car, and I was like, okay, well, that obviously didn't work out. So I'm going to try to find the Airbnb now. And it took me about 2 minutes to find it. It was a black gate that led to a door. Went outside. The code worked. I just think it was a difference in intelligence, to be honest.
I really don't think it is because the alleys connect.
I'm kidding.
They literally connect. And then I was trying to pull my suitcase to get up to the Airbnb, and he just started laughing. He's like, it looks like you got evicted.
Yeah, well,
I'm like, shut up.
Her pants are ripped, and, like, she's, like, limping because her leg hurts. Down, like, kind of in distress down, like, the sidewalk. And I'm like, you look like you just got evicted or something. Like, there's no people looking at you with no context.
I'm still in pain, but, like, the day after I started laughing about it, I was just, like, really mad at myself. But I don't think I couldn't do anything to, like, help it, so it's, like, fine.
Yeah.
And then I told my friends, and I told my brother. My brother was like, I would have just driven there and, like, tried to help you. I'm like, yeah, but I was scared I was going to get abducted. Like, that's why. I was scared, because there were doors in the alley. I was scared someone was going to come out there and abduct me. Because it isn't, like, the safest part of town. Like, it's actually, like... It's, like, up and coming, but it's like
gentrified.
Yeah, so it's, like, right outside of downtown, and there's just, like, I just was really scared. And That's never happened to me before. My cousin was like, Caroline, you should have just called the police or the fire department. I'm like, what? So they could just laugh at me?
They wouldn't have laughed at you.
Yeah.
That's illegal.
I actually have like
Fire department has ladders.
They do. Oh my god, yes. I didn't think of that. Oh my gosh. Yeah. No, the thing is, you might look at me and be like, oh wow, she's like so lazy, whatever. I actually have this thing where I hate asking for help. Like I just, if I'm in class, that's probably why I'm so far behind in school, but like it's also because I didn't plan my major correctly. I just took fun classes and now I don't have a track to graduate at all because, don't have a degree. So basically
casually drops that. Pick it up.
Pick it up. So yeah, I just hate asking for help, and in school I never asked for help, and I think that's actually set me back a lot because I insist on doing everything myself. Unless I'm asking Philip because he does all the dirty work.
She asks me for help a lot.
Yeah.
And you know what? I gladly give it. I'm a good brother. Obviously, that's my job. But anyways, it's a week later. That's why we are in this hotel.
And I'm still weak a week later.
So we had to film the video, and now we have this glamorous hotel for ourselves.
Yeah, we're recording this podcast for you guys because we realize that if we have a nice place, we don't it's decent. It's you can tell it's not that nice. We don't we don't want to flex too hard because sometimes filming in our really nice cars and in our mansion, it might get so annoying that you just want to listen to someone that you can relate to, and I get that. So I'm gonna try to start being more relatable.
What are you gonna do to be more relatable?
I'm actually moving to LA.
It's a horrible way to do it, but yeah, you can go ahead and tell them.
I'm not going to tell you guys the whole story. Maybe I'll wait.
You'll do a YouTube video.
I'm going to make a YouTube video about it. I might be a little bit more serious in this video, which I'm trying to be a little bit more serious in all my videos. I want to do more vlogging stuff, especially when I move out there, just because I think
boring.
I think it's fun. I like doing that. I like vlogging. It's less stressful.
Should have vlogged in the alley.
That would have been good content.
I've seen better. So rude. No, but
did you hear that? My headlights.
Ew, that's disgusting.
I'm joking. I do not have headlights.
But yeah, she is indeed moving to LA.
At least for the next 2 months.
For the next 2 months, she will be finishing college in the beautiful state of Ohio.
But most likely it's going to be online anyway, so I'm may as well just move out there because I feel like every creative thing about me has been sucked out of my soul during quarantine, and I do not have any motivation to do anything, and that is not a joke. I'm not joking. Literally making a YouTube video is so hard for me because I don't know. There's something about it's the environment you're in that really helps. When I'm at school, it's easier for me to make a YouTube video because I can do whatever I want. I do anything. Freedom, yeah. And just at home, I have that freedom. My parents are super chill. They don't really care about what I'm doing during the day, but it's just something about being around creative people helps. And just it makes it easier to film, and it makes me more motivated. And I never want YouTube to be something that I feel is a chore, because it is in no way a chore. It's something I love to do, and that's why I started doing it. So if it gets to the point where I'm I just don't want to do this anymore, I'm just not going to do it. And I felt that way for the past couple weeks. I'm moving to LA. That's what I'm going to do about it.
Yeah.
So for the past couple of weeks, I just didn't want to post, and we have a lot of ideas, and we have a lot of funny jokes, because a lot of the jokes in our videos, either they're on the spot or it's something that we've said in a conversation and I write down and I'm that would be good for a video.
Plagiarism.
Yeah, plagiarism. But I'm just I'm gonna move to LA. I got this opportunity from some people. They're hey, let's live together, and I'm okay, cool. So I'm doing that, and I'm so excited, and I'm doing that. I think I'm moving
on July 4th, the day of independence.
Yes, because
or dependence.
What's a better way to honor your country than to support
capitalism
and the airlines
and the airline industry?
Honestly, I want to appreciate my country by looking at all of it. So if anything, I'm doing more than you are just by staying home, because I'm looking at it.
So you think you're bigger? You contribute more to our nation than I do.
Yes, I probably contribute.
That's one way to look at it.
A lot, more than the president.
In tax dollars.
Yeah. True. I'm the backbone of our country.
Yeah, we'd be in way more debt if it wasn't for you.
Thank you. Yeah.
Anyways, I think we should start talking about our subject or topic.
So the topic of this podcast...
It's like been 20 minutes and we haven't even mentioned it.
Sorry, everyone's like, I'm so bored already. Basically, I wanted to get into this episode with this topic, but I was like, oh, whatever. I want to talk about myself first because it's more important. Shane Dawson, have you been keeping up with that?
No.
You haven't?
Well, like, I've been seeing all the videos him I recommended. I'm like, not this again. It's just kind of like rehashing old stuff, I feel like. Well, like, what is the deal? Do you know? Can you explain it to me?
So I'm going to briefly explain it because I don't want to bore people who have already, like, heard about it because I'm like you. I'm sure a lot of people, like, are...
Well, just give us the Spark Notes, and then if they want, they can read, like,
all
the
I
real
know
book.
is how to do Spark Notes because I never actually read a full book. I just read the summary.
I can tell.
Yeah. So basically, Shane Dawson, he's a new beauty guru on YouTube, even though he was comedy beforehand. He just ventured out into beauty.
He calls himself like a beauty guru now?
Well, not really. He just has his side channel called Shane Glosson, but he still has his main channel, which he does his conspiracy theories. But then he also had another channel for like 10 years, but he doesn't post on it anymore, called Shane Dawson TV. It was a lot of sketches and a lot of skits on YouTube. A lot of it was racist and offensive. And not like, borderline offensive. Like, it was vulgarly offensive.
Yeah. Wait, can I just say something real quick?
Yeah.
I don't get why people have like 5 YouTube channels. I'm like, stick to one.
Just post it all on one.
One or two, maybe. Maybe 2 if you have a vlog channel, but please don't have like 30.
But even if you have a vlog channel, like we all know, they'll be like, oh, this is just the behind the scenes content. It's like, just put it all in one video.
True.
Just cut it down.
Like, no one wants it behind the scenes. That's why it's behind the scenes.
Yeah.
They want the scenes, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, like my scene.
Yeah, my space.
Yeah.
Scene teen. Anyways, continue.
So basically, he is being called out again for his previous videos that he did, where he did blackface. He said the N-word multiple times. He's kind of, I know he's bisexual, so if you say like vulgarly offensive things in your...
I guess it...
Like,
it doesn't help.
Okay, yeah, it doesn't help if you're dissing your own community. Yeah. Okay, but I don't think
it's as bad, but it doesn't help, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it definitely doesn't make him look good. But yeah, he did. Oh, the worst thing I think, besides blackface and saying the N-word, is definitely the pedophilia he does. Did you hear about that?
Excuse me? No, I have not heard about that.
So basically it came out in a podcast that he was calling this 6-year-old girl sexy. And then he said, I don't understand if an old man were to look up a Google image of a child and be like, wow, they're really hot, like, why they could get arrested for that. Like, it just doesn't make sense to me. And the girl that
When was this?
This was like 4 years ago.
4?
Yeah, and the girl that
it was
God. It was on a podcast. It wasn't on his. I think it was on another girl's podcast. And she was just like, what are you talking about? Don't say that.
Yeah.
But I don't think it came to light because it wasn't on his channel.
Right.
But then...
This girl was irrelevant, you know? Yeah, no one listens.
It's like, she only gets like 5,000 views. Like, that's so pathetic.
Like, unlike our podcast, like...
She didn't make the charts.
Yeah, doesn't make the charts. Thank you, by the way, for #1 trending podcast in the nation.
So insane.
3 weeks in a what row?
We beat Joe Rogan in a WWE match.
Yeah. Anyways.
So yeah, he did that, and he's done other things. Like, I think I don't even want to say it all because it's so vulgar, but basically he did something insulting to Willow Smith. So now Jaden and what's his mom's name?
Not Will.
No,
the other one.
I cannot.
Wait, is her name Willow because her dad is named Will?
Oh my god.
Is that a thing?
Yeah, it's just like if I marry a guy named Jack, I'm definitely gonna name my son Jackson.
Or Jackal.
Yeah.
Like the baby, whatever.
Yeah.
No, you definitely don't want the Smiths against you.
Jada Smith, Pinkett Smith came after him on Twitter, and now it's like, oh, the real Hollywood celebs are coming after you. Your career's done.
You know it's bad when the real Hollywood celebs.
But the thing is, I don't support cancel culture. Like, I'm not gonna say completely cancel him, but like he's been canceled multiple times, and he just like hasn't
keeps
changed.
Coming back.
He keeps coming back with more offensive stuff, and it's like this stuff has happened in the past, and his more recent content isn't as controversial. But it's like you still didn't take down the content that you were being called out for beforehand. Mm-hmm. Like, I think with cancel culture, you need you should call someone out,
and then change.
If they don't change, then you're like, okay, you unsubscribe, but you don't call for a mass execution of them. Like, you know what I mean?
I mean, in certain cases you should. Yeah. Like that Daddy05 thing, which was like the family vlogger that was abusing his kids.
Oh yeah.
Canceled.
Yeah.
But like for example, The Jenna Marbles thing.
She canceled. Jenna Marbles
She
is like
canceled
a huge,
herself.
She's
Yeah.
How many subscribers does she have?
Like 15 or 20 million.
Yeah, she's been on YouTube since the very beginning. Sorry, just for people who didn't know who she was.
But basically, maybe like a few days ago, she made a video. And she kind of, I felt like the heat really wasn't on her. I mean, people have noticed that she's done obviously bad things.
But she took down the videos. And I don't know if she apologized for it, but she had said before, like, I'm very embarrassed that I did this.
She had... I wouldn't even say that her videos were nearly as controversial as Shane's, but
she did do blackface once.
She did have like a Nicki Minaj video once.
But she did take it. She privated a lot of it, and then she came out very like maturely. I mean, she is almost 30, or maybe she is 30. Yeah, and she said, "This is what I did." She showed the video. She said, "I'm so embarrassed that I did this. I don't want to have a platform where people feel like I am insulting them. So I'm just going to take a step back and not post."
So it's possible,
for the time being.
It's possible that she may not even like post on YouTube anymore.
Yeah.
Which I honestly, everyone in the past couple of years, it feels like have like adored her too, which is weird, especially since like it seems like right now all the heat's on Shane Dawson, so she could have easily, I think, gotten away with like privating her videos and just calling it a day.
Yeah. And the thing is, Shane only made an apology video because Jenna did. So he was like, "Oh."
Yeah, I saw it. He said in his apology video that it was inspired by Jenna's video. Which I'm like, it should have been inspired by your own like guilt or like your own feelings to like change, but like whatever.
And he made a video. He's like, "Oh, taking accountability." I'm like, "What are you going to be an accountant now? Just stick to one thing." So stupid.
Like why would you want to be a YouTuber and an accountant? An accountant's so boring.
But he basically said, "Oh, Jenna Marbles inspired me to make this." I'm like, you should have been inspired by your own conscience and the criticism that you're getting from other people.
Anyways, I stopped watching after like the first minute of Shane's video because I'm like, I had other things to do. So you didn't watch it?
No, I'm like, I'm not gonna give you a view.
Did you watch any of the summary videos or anything?
I just don't like. Frankly, like, okay, this is
like,
gonna sound harsh.
I won't even give him the time of day.
No, this is gonna sound harsh, but like, why did you all support him enough to the point where he made a beauty channel, sold out a whole palette with
like
Jeffree
2
Star,
million palettes,
like 2 million palettes, made millions of dollars, and now you're just coming to the realization that, oh wow, he hasn't changed. He's actually a horrible person. Like you just are now just coming to this realization, and I try to like filter myself on. I mean, especially on this podcast, because I don't want anyone to be like, take stuff what I say out of context. But he literally wears the same shirt every day, and he doesn't even really wear makeup on the day-to-day, except when he filmed a series with Jeffree Star. So who made him a beauty guru? Like, who got him like a few million subscribers on his beauty channel? Like why is that
you're
a thing?
Conspiracies, dude. Like, you're not, like, what is it?
Yeah.
An MUA artist.
Yeah, it's like, just stick with one thing. Something else I want to say is that so many people are so quick to be like, oh yeah, we stan this person, and then one thing comes out about them and you're like, never mind. But it's like you've already given them a platform. You guys are so quick, and I'm not saying the viewer specifically, but like society itself is so quick to like bring someone up super quickly. Like Charli D'Amelio on TikTok, she's like one of the biggest TikTokers now. She blew up so fast. She has like 60 million followers, and people were obsessed with her. And then now all of a sudden, people are like, never mind, I hate her. It's like, she doesn't deserve this fame. It's like, well, then you shouldn't have given it to her in the first place.
It's not like she could control it. Like, she just did whatever.
But she's like nice, and she's a good role model, and she's like a good person. Like, those are the type of people you should be promoting.
You can say people are overrated, but don't make that a thing to like hate the person for, because it's not their fault they're overrated. It's your fault.
It's like, you should not. I mean, obviously not in my case, but you should stop standing people so quick. I'm sorry, we're both like really hyper because we just drank Red Bull, but
we did.
It's like, oh my god.
Well, I had a Blue Bull.
Really? Mm-hmm. I've never seen one of those.
It gives you like less energy, but more like stamina.
Wait, actually, I'm curious. Why is it called Red Bull when the can is blue? Let me see.
1 second while she is getting
the
info.
This is not an ad.
Yeah. Okay.
Oh, I held it up to the microphone.
We are currently showing a blue can.
Yes, it is blue and silver.
To prove that Red Bull is, in fact, misadvertisement. Is that what they call it?
I guess I need a new marketing person.
Mm-hmm. Super marketer.
Maybe I should apply. I am
Seriously,
a marketing major.
She needs a job.
Yeah. Actually, I don't. Come on. Well, maybe soon. seeing as I'm probably shadow banned on every single social media platform. Anyway, that's beside the point.
Anyways, do you think it's time for female?
Yeah, I was thinking about that. I'm like, I don't want to be sexist and forget the female. Like, I support women.
Of course.
You know?
It's always nice because, like, thank you guys for DMing your submissions to our account.
Yeah.
We can't, like, it's hard, obviously, to go through them all.
Yeah.
But,
and I think some of them may have expired unless people
Yeah.
unsent them. But don't unsend them because we'll hopefully eventually get to everyone. And, yeah, if you guys want to send in a female, just go to Instagram, and our Instagram handle is at Don't Be Ugly Podcast. Just send us a voice recording, and maybe you'll be featured on our next episode.
Wow. Wouldn't that be incredible?
This is from Emma Wellens. Thanks, Emma.
Hey, Caroline. My name's Emma. I'm from Tennessee, and I'm in a bit of a predicament.
Yeah.
I really, really want to be a social media influencer,
Don't we all?
namely a makeup artist.
Oh,
but
Shane Dawson.
Because I'm from Tennessee, my parents want me to be a cowgirl in farmland, and I don't know how to just achieve my dream. So thanks so much. I love you and brother, but just a little bit less. Thanks, bye.
Thanks
Thank
a
you,
lot.
Emma.
No, if you want to achieve your dreams, you should probably just go to sleep.
I was about to say that.
Yeah.
Dude, I guess that's the end of our segment. You gave her what she needs.
So it sounds like this girl is stuck in Tennessee. She wants to leave. She wants to become the next superstar, but, like, her parents want her just to be a country gal who just lives on
Yeah.
the prairie.
Oh, I know what she should do.
Okay.
Okay, 2 options. Tell me which one you think is better.
You came up with 2 options already?
1, run away. 2, meet a country singer that lives in Nashville and marry him, and then maybe you'll get clout from him and you can do whatever you want.
It's the
because
best of
you'll be
both
rich.
worlds, because you would be a country girl. And
That's where
you
Hannah
would be
Montana's from. Best of both worlds. She's from Nashville.
Is Nashville known as best of both worlds?
No,
or?
but she played the character Hannah Montana as the
okay.
best of both worlds. Yeah.
Hannah, Nebraska is funnier.
Yeah.
No.
So funny.
How would you suggest someone runs away if she does choose to take option number 1?
It's not that hard. You just go on the treadmill and run.
For how long?
I don't know, until you feel like you're done.
True.
Or you could really just actually run on foot with, like, your clothes and stuff and just leave the house.
Like,
actually, wait, you ran away from home.
I ran away.
Give
I
her
think we already
advice.
talked about it
Yeah, but
before.
give her tips.
Okay, so
Not
if
like
you want to
20%
run away,
tip, not cash tip, but, like, just advice.
I think it's pretty important to know whether you have a 1-story house or a 2-story house. Because if you have a 2-story house and you live on the 2nd floor, it'll be a little bit harder to run away at night.
Yeah, and that's also
So-
a longer book to read. 2 stories is a little
Yeah.
too much. 1 story is a little bit better.
It's a little shorter.
Yeah.
Right. So if you have a 2-story house, 1-story house is pretty it explains itself. You just go out through the window, land on the lawn, and run through the night. 2-story house, you need a lot of clothing, and you need to tie it together like in the movies. You throw the...
I'm sure El Chapo could give her advice because
Yeah.
he escaped from prison multiple times.
True.
Is
And
he
house
dead yet?
is just another prison. I don't know. I think he's in, like, New Jersey or something.
Okay.
Just going on vacation, Jersey Shore. But you throw it out your window, and then you climb down it.
Yeah.
And then you run away. And I think the best mode of transportation is probably not taking your car, because your parents might have trackers on the car, so then they'll know where you are. Instead, I would probably take a bus
Yeah.
and just take the bus wherever it's going.
But make sure it's like
Don't
a
even
private
care.
bus. Make sure you have a
Yeah.
driver. Don't ride public
A
transportation
chauffeur.
because people will be able to see you.
Right. You don't want people spotting you on, like,
Yeah.
the subway or something. That's disgusting.
Yeah, like who eats that food anymore?
Yeah, $5
Subway.
footlong. Like, no
Wasn't
thanks.
Jared Fogle like a child predator or something?
Yeah.
Aren't they all at this point? What the hell? Anyway.
Apparently, like, subway workers, if anyone asks about Jared, they have to be like, we don't know who that is. I think that's what I heard.
You can't just deny that you endorsed
Yeah.
a child predator.
I think
Like,
they're
you have
supposed to, like,
acknowledge
deny it, yeah.
That's- But there's video evidence. He's in commercials. It's so
Not
stupid.
good commercials.
That's true. But honestly, okay, this might sound rude. There's so many people that have lost a lot of weight. Why did they have to choose a child predator to be the face of their company? Like, I'm sure that there was evidence that he was. Like, did they not dig into his past?
And, like, who loses weight eating Subway, too? He obviously didn't, so just choose anyone who lost weight before.
Yeah.
Go on the Biggest Losers. Find
Literally.
one of the contestants.
Yeah, do an ad on Biggest Loser.
Or Jillian Michaels.
Yeah.
Well, actually, she's
No, she-
problematic.
But she also used to be fat, though.
Yeah,
like,
she used to be fat.
Her terms of fat, whatever.
Probably pretty
Overweight.
loose. I feel like I know Jillian Michaels has done something. I don't know what.
I think something with Lizzo. Anyway.
Really?
I don't have enough time of day to talk about these people's
About
scandals.
Lizzo?
Yeah. No, I like Lizzo, but I don't have enough time to talk about people's scandals. But what I'm saying...
True. I mean, that's what we're doing, though.
Yes. So, A, run away. B, wear a lot of makeup because you want to be a makeup artist so your parents won't even recognize you anymore.
And then you'll be able to run away without the fear of being spotted.
Yeah, exactly. Or you could just get a lot of plastic surgery, too. I mean, if you want to be a makeup artist, that comes with the territory anyway. Just kidding.
Wait, makeup artists don't get plastic. Well, yeah,
Some
they
of them do. I mean...
A lot of them get, like, lip
At least,
filler.
like, lip fillers. But is that plastic? That's not surgery. That's just enhancement.
Enhancement?
I
There's a
think.
difference?
I mean, I'm saying that there is. Because you're not going under the knife. It's not surgery.
I guess.
Like, if you get a shot,
Just
is
like
that
a
surgery?
shot. Or like braces. I said this before, I'll say it again. Braces should be considered plastic surgery because you're changing your face, aren't you?
But they use metal. They don't use plastic. I feel like plastic surgery has to do with the stuff that they actually use. So, like, what if you're getting fat out of your body? Like, what kind of doctor is that? A fat doctor?
A
lipid doctor?
A lipo doctor.
Okay, that's probably actually...
That's actually what I want to be when I grow up.
Yeah.
A plastic surgeon.
Surgeon. That's so stupid. I'm
So
just going to marry
lame.
one so I don't have to do the work. But yeah, Emma, don't let your parents tell you what to do unless you're under 18. But even though I can't really say that because they still like fear my parents somewhat, even though my parents are super chill. I just get scared that they'll be disappointed in me.
Really?
Yes.
Well, yeah, I see that. Also, Emma, no offense, but there's already one famous Emma Chamberlain, so you're going to need to change your name. In terms of influencers, there's not a lot of influencers that share a name.
Yeah.
I feel like once one person with your name, like Caroline or like
Gets
Shane
famous,
or
you can't
Shane
have
or
another?
Jeffrey, once one of them gets famous with that name, another person with that same first name can't get famous.
Yeah, like, you
Does that
know
make
Jeffrey
sense?
is a basic name, but you all know him as Jeffree Star. Emma is a basic name, no offense. I'm just kidding. I like that name. Once again, not trying to insult you. But we know Emma Chamberlain as Emma. And we all know me as just Caroline, so...
So you can't have, like, two of them.
Yeah.
That just doesn't work. So,
like, Beyonce, Rihanna, you know them by their first name.
yeah, so don't...
Danny, we know him as Danny DeVito, you know?
Yeah, he's obviously a pop culture staple.
Yeah.
Anyways,
I love that story.
what would you suggest
And
that
that
she
product.
changes her name to?
I don't think she should change her name unless she's trying to change her identity.
Well, she's trying to become
escape.
famous.
Well, to
and you
escape
can't
from
be
her parents-
famous
okay.
if your name is Emma. Because there's already a famous Emma. We've been
I
over
think
this.
you should change your name to Rihanna, but with an H at the end, so then you could still kind of profit off of Rihanna's image for free.
Honestly,
Even
that
though
kind
you
of makes
probably look
sense.
nothing like her, because Rihanna is, like, she's so stunning. But maybe you could get plastic surgery to...
Sorry, Emma.
I'm sure Emma is too. Yeah, no, I think that you should do that. Maybe you could get plastic surgery so you have more of Rihanna's features.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
I don't think
an
you
idea,
should.
though.
I don't think you should try to change your face to
Why
match
not?
someone else's, unless you're like that Ken Barbie doll person.
Okay, they broke up.
Wait,
Ken and Barbie broke up.
they were dating each other?
Yeah.
Like the real life versions,
No.
or like the Barbie doll versions?
I mean, if you change your body, okay, there are these two people that had so much plastic surgery that they look like the real life Ken and Barbie, but they don't actually, I don't think they know each other in real life. But because they're so delusional that they wanted to look like a legitimate Barbie, I'm sure even if they hated each other, they would probably try to get married because that's what they did
in the Barbie.
in the
doll.
Barbie movie.
Yeah,
Is there a movie?
I think there's just a ABC family special.
Oh, okay.
But I don't
So
know if that
pathetic.
counts.
Maybe like a Hallmark special.
Mhm.
Maybe it's like
Pathetic.
a telenovela.
Oh, I love those.
Yeah.
I love novels. Anyways, I think we're pretty much good for today.
Yeah, I
We've-
actually want to make these podcast episodes longer, but then I'm like, I have a short attention span, and I'm pretty sure a
Yeah.
lot of you guys have a short attention span because y'all watch TikTok, and that has
It's
shortened
like-
my attention span. And also, I've noticed that you guys have a short attention span because your watch time on my YouTube videos is getting lower. So if you could please stop doing that. I'm just kidding.
No, we're kidding.
Also, shout out to the person. I forget who it was. It was on my live stream on Instagram. He's like, oh, I listened to your podcast like during the night to get you more views. And I was like, thanks.
It's very cool.
Yeah. I do want to make the episodes longer, but we'll see. I don't know. I just don't
We'll
want to,
see
like...
how it works.
Yeah. Usually our car is really hot because we don't turn on the AC during the thing, during
Too
the
loud.
episode. Yeah. It's too loud. And sometimes we can't really film in our house because all of our butlers and maids and stuff make a lot of noise with their vacuums and stuff. And
So
Yeah.
annoying.
So annoying.
Anyways,
I think that's it for today's
thanks
episode.
for tuning in.
Sorry, this is more like an ADD-filled episode because we're talking so fast. But if you guys hate this, let us know. If you guys like us talking slower, let us know. But
We
if you
will
guys
try
also
our
love
best.
it, let us know.
Mhm.
Anyway, I'm sure you guys are going to be like, Caroline, we love whatever you do. Thank you. It's my job. I'm an
What about
influencer.
brother?
No one even knows your name, so.
Brother.
Anyway, like, comment, subscribe if you like us. Get
Yeah,
it?
or
Like
Elon Musk.
Yeah.
Whatever.
I will see you in the next episode. Mwah.